Freedom of religion is the opportunity to worship as we choose. Unfortunately, it's a privilege that's been denied to many. Ira Yavarkovsky wanted to help children in the former Soviet Union rediscover their Jewish heritage. In the process, this bachelor became a stepdad to thousands. Ira Yavarkovsky grew up in what he calls a typical Jewish family of 5 in Atlantic Beach. He still lives there today. Ira is an entrepreneur in the restaurant supply business and has achieved financial success. But there is one void in his life he hasn't managed to fill. At age 50, Ira is still single and has no children.
I always wanted to have children of my own when I was younger. And I've always felt there was something missing.
That's why this is the happiest week of the year for Ira. It's a period when he gets to spend time with his Russian stepchildren. At least, that's what he calls them.
We just wanted to do something for the kids over there because of what was going on 4 years ago, how the entire country was falling apart.
Ira is one of the founders of Tzivos Hashem in Russia. It's an organization committed to reintroducing Jewish culture and religion to children in the former Soviet Union. Religious practice was forbidden during the communist era.
Originally, it was strictly humanitarianism, just sending over clothing, food for the kids. Then we got into the educational aspects of it, about teaching kids about their heritage.
For these 11 Russian children, making their first trips abroad, the sight of New York is awesome.
I really like this country. There are a lot of different stores here where I can buy all kinds of clothes I can't find in Russia. Everything's very different here.
I like America very much because everything is different. Very different to how I'm used to at home in the Ukraine. We don't have such big buildings.
Misha Shlayim had prepared hard for his U.S. holiday back in his hometown of Dnepropetrovsk. The trip is his and the other children's prize for winning a comprehensive academic test. They had to answer 200 questions and write 3 essays on Judaism. Almost 8,000 children entered the competition.
It thrills me to look through their eyes and see how much they appreciate, how much we take for granted in our lives on an everyday basis, and how ordinary things are so exciting to these kids.
The mission started 4 years ago after a chance encounter between Ira and the director of Tzivos Hashem in the U.S., Rabbi Yerachmiel Benjaminson.
I saw his eyes light up as I told him about the problems that children have today in Russia and what we can do to help them. And the rest is history. He has just been totally dedicated and involved in this program.
Initially, Ira committed himself to send 2 truckloads of clothing to needy children in Moscow and Minsk. But that was just the beginning.
We rented a resort outside of Moscow, took kids from 10 different cities, sent 8 volunteers from the United States, and we set up a camp for about 11 days. They were celebrities when they came back, and it changed their lives. We touched one kid, he touched 50, 100, 200 other kids. And it just started to snowball.
Ira knew he was onto something. Today, Tzivos Hashem in Russia has helped open daycare and youth centers in 6 cities. Russian children now have a chance to learn about their Jewish culture or play recreational games like ping pong. The organization has also opened 2 orphanages and most recently a medical center in the Ukrainian city of Zhytomyr near Chernobyl.
In our medical clinic just 2 weeks ago, we had a volunteer team of 3 American doctors who flew over to the clinic, and they brought with them a shipment of medicine. Word spread throughout the district of Zhytomyr, not just the city, but the towns and villages surrounding it. Whoever comes, comes. We treat everyone, we help everyone that we possibly can.
This year is the 2nd time the contest winners are visiting the U.S. And it's certainly a thrill for the children to finally meet their American stepfather. But there are 3 Russian boys who've come to know Ira better than the others. They now study at yeshivas in Brooklyn and Chicago. Ellie and David are 2 of them.
I think that Ira is a very special person. So I never met such a person in my life before. He always has time for me, and he always comes to me to meet me and to visit me, to take me somewhere out.
It's changed me tremendously. I feel so alive, so excited. I love the contact that I have with these kids. I love hearing the stories of how we help them, what we do for them, the lives we've saved. We've literally saved 75 lives in the last year. When I receive letters from the kids who write to me, I get an average of 2 to 3 letters a week. It brings me in contact with them, and that's part of the level of excitement that I get.
Sivos Hashem has been filling another cultural need by translating American children's books into Russian and sending them over for the kids. By the way, Sivos Hashem means Army of God. You can reach Ira Yavarkovsky and Sivos Hashem at 718-467-6630. Coming up, how Jim Hunter speaks up and speaks out, coaching African-American kids to improve their speaking skills.